Okay. I think we're live. Make sure everything's running properly. Alrighty. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just get started. Because why not? So, today, decided I should do some best of one. Kind of gonna test best of 3, best of 1, see what people like better. Yeah, not really sure, so I figured I would just give it a shot. So today I've got 2 decks I'm gonna do best of 1 for. The first one is gonna be this Kithkin deck. Basically Kithkin aggro. We've got our classic figure of Fable for something that can kind of grow itself and get a lot stronger. We've got Kinsbale Aspirant, which grows every time another creature enters. Kinskire, I don't know how to pronounce that. Sentry, basically a way for us to bring things back from the graveyard. Or sorry, not from the graveyard, from our hand. I learned that the hard way. I don't know why I thought it was graveyard the whole time. But we can cheat ways in, or cheat creatures into play with that. We've got Bristlebane Battler, a creature that grows with the more creatures that enter. Thoughtweft Lieutenant, kind of a surprising card. I played with this in draft, and it worked really well. Basically, whenever it or another Kithkin enters, I get to give another Kithkin +1/+1 trample. Very helpful. I'll get to the Adept Water Shaper in a second. We've got Brigide, Clockon's Heart. Basically, when she enters, we get another Kithkin, so that puts 2 on the field at once. She transforms into Brigide Dun's Mind. Apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Very possible. And basically, that allows us to add a bunch of mana based on how many creatures we control, white or green. Clockon Festival allows us to create 2 Kithkin. We've got a Johnny, which creates a Kithkin on its plus, can also destroy tapped creatures, and if we get it all the way to max, we can basically go get a bunch of other Kithkins and put them onto the field. Brigide's Command. This is one of those Kindred Sorcery that came out in this set. Allows us to create a copy of a Kithkin. We can also create a 1/1 green and white Kithkin creature token if we don't have any. Most of the time we want to go ahead and make a copy. We can always buff one of our creatures as well, and then we can also fight. So this is a good piece of removal. We also have, as far as other removal goes, we've got Seam Rip for those early removal pieces we need. Sheltered by Ghosts gives us a little bit of protection and removal at the same time. And then I put in an Adept Water Shaper into this deck. I feel like having a way to stop the board wipe on turn 4, usually that's when they're coming in, maybe turn 3, can be really powerful for this deck, because a lot of control decks are relying on those board wipes to be able to answer your whole board. And if they can't, you can just run them over. So I have that in here as kind of a weird tech piece. As far as lands go, we've got Abandoned Air Temple to add some counters to the creature. Bossing Say, we've got in here as an Earthbend, allows us to basically, the main reason this is in the deck is to push forward that last little bit of damage. Got some dual lands, Cavern of Souls, 4 of for counter spells, some multiversal passages, and 2 more honorable mention Kithkins and Soulstone Sanctuary, which has every creature type. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. See how we do on the ladder. What's up, Brett? How's it going? Alright. We've got turn 2 play. A lot of turn 2 plays, and then a couple turn 3 plays. This is not bad. I'd rather have a turn 1 play, but that's okay. We can keep this. Ooh, nice. What'd you get at Sonic? I'm just gonna move that. Just gonna real quick move the chat down a bit. Don't know if that's legible. Actually, I guess I could put it up here. Sorry, I've been toying with the idea of adjusting the chat position and everything, and kind of hit me just now that I want to do it. So, okay, try that. See how that is. If you guys hate it, let me know. Okay, so they're aggro. So having a first striker could be good with lifelink. Might also just be good to have some guys that can grow. Let's do Bristlebane Battler. Best case scenario, we grow this to a 3/3 next turn. Also a chance that they just remove it though, because it can grow very large. And the word is not bad at all either. Oh, you're right. They are cut off. I need to move this a little bit. Thank you, thank you. Burger, chicken, and shake. All of the above. I love it. We're not going to block the Hired Claw here. I didn't realize that if you had 2 of these, it would, you didn't even have to block to have the other one deal damage. Or, sorry, you didn't even have to attack to have the other one do damage. That's pretty cool. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna move the chat a little bit. Write that out. That should be good. Okay, cool. So we didn't get our thing. I'm gonna just go ahead and play the Sentry. This is a good blocker, and gives us lifelink, which is nice. If we can get one more land, we'll be pretty set, but we're gonna kind of be struggling until then. Okay, they're not gonna swing in with the Lava Runner, which is surprising. I can't really block here because they're just gonna buff up the one that I don't, or that I do block, and take out my guy. So luckily I can seam rip the bigger one now if I need to, but I think I would rather go ahead and play a 3-mana. So can't play a Johnny this turn. It's either Brigade or Kithkin Festival. Let's do Brigade. Now we have a 4/4 blocker, which is even better than the 3/3 or 2/2. Shocking, I know. Alright, let's see if this goes. They seem to have a lot of creatures in hand, which is kind of good for me. I probably have to seam rip that next turn. Okay, kind of glad they lightning struck that. Okay. A lot of damage. I'll probably go here. And then I'm taking 6. I'll probably block with one more. We're doing okay, and our guy can block next turn too. That's a good draw. So now I can either do this plus seam rip. I think this plus seam rip is pretty solid. I was thinking about maybe doing a Johnny, but I'd rather have a bunch of creatures and the removal. See if we can make a comeback in this game. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and swing. I think I have enough of a clock to where they can't really go as aggro. And I have two 1/1 blockers still, so we're still doing okay. I think I just go down to 4. I want to be in lightning strike range. Oh, I am going to be in lightning strike range anyway. Oh, whoops. That's awkward. Now we can do this and Figure of Fable, which is pretty solid. I think I get rid of the Hired Claw, because that can do extra damage, and then we play Figure of Fable here. I probably block everything, regardless of what they do, but we'll see what happens. What you got? You get the lightning strike? Gonna make me cry? Definitely going for Emberheart with Bristlebane. Probably gonna go Figure Fable and Lava Runner as well. I guess this is when we find out if my attack was too greedy. It probably was. It probably was. Ooh. Okay. I'm down to 1. Now I'm pretty much just relying on them not drawing things. I do have enough mana to make Kithkin with that. I mean, this is probably better, so I'll just go ahead and play that. I want to put them on a 2-turn clock here, so they have to draw it right now. There's no way! Oh my god. Well played. GG. GG. Well, sometimes they just draw what they need, and sometimes I don't block when I should. Okay, sorry. Still adjusting my new setup here with the chat. Looks like that is good. Alright, on to the next. Okay. Still no turn 1 play, but still not a bad hand. I'll keep it. Okay. Duress by a Johnny. Nice knowing you. Odds are they're probably playing a fairly heavy removal hand, so I'm gonna go for the ward creature. Play this on Kithkin. Go ahead and behold a Kithkin. I'm gonna buff the heck out of this Bristlebane Battler. Do as much damage as we can. And hope they don't have anything supremely scary. Okay, Unstoppable Slasher is not bad. Especially with this Adept Water Shaper. It lets all of my creatures swing in and have Indestructible. So I'm still doing pretty well. And the Adept Water Shaper can be a blocker if they have the 4 mana damage doubler. They do. Okay, well I have to block. Luckily it takes it out too, which is nice. You know, I should have played Soulstone last turn, probably. Let's go ahead and play this. Best thing I can buff here is this guy, because then I can swing in with both of these and force the block. Oh, they just let it be. GG's. Ooh, sorry, I missed your chat about the coupon. Nice. That's the best kind of burger, is a free burger. I'm not even gonna lie. Have you guys ever been to Freddy's? I went there the other day and kind of got sold it pretty hard, and honestly, it was kind of alright. I like their fries. The burger was kind of decent. But I've heard they also have really good custard. I haven't tried that yet, so. Maybe I just need to try the custard next time. Okay. Go ahead and do this. We're probably going to go ahead and play the sentry next. Because by the time it swings, usually I can get a another creature into play, so. Okay, Dimir. Man, I would like to have another a basic land here, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But for now, we'll play that. Go ahead and play this. We'll buff up our Aspirant, as long as they let the Aspirant live. And then hit for 3, ideally. Bam. Alright, what you got? Okay, they don't like the sentry. Not a fan, apparently. I think these battlers are going to be pretty good this game. I think all their removal is going to be targeted for this deck, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay, definitely going to play Bristlebane then. I doubt they want to spend a 2-mana removal spell on Aspirant here. That kind of just feels bad. So they're probably trying to hold on for something they can hit that's a little stronger. Oh, okay. Greater Bloom Bearer. It's brave. Next turn I can do either Seamrip plus Bristlebane, or I can do Bristlebane plus Figure. Looks like they're probably going to hold up the counter magic. Oh no, Ninjutsu, okay. I think I probably do a Seamrip with that in mind, because I don't really have to worry about the counter spells. Okay, let's get rid of the Bearer. Let's go ahead and play. If I play this, I can take down the Kaito, so I'm going to do that. Okay. I think, honestly, we're going to start doing really well here on the next turn, because I can play 2 creatures. Or they have to hold up a counter spell. Either way, it's not looking great for them. I like that. But I also like Bristlebane. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play, for 1 green, a Figure of Fable. I want to see if they'll use the counter spell. We're going to buff up itself. And then we're going to Bristlebane. Can't counter that. What you got? Alright. Buff itself again. Because they might be holding up a 2-mana removal spell for one of my ward creatures, so I might as well buff up the other guy. Okay, Enduring Curiosity is pretty good. They did manage to take out one of my guys, but the Curiosity is also gone. I still haven't been able to use that counter spell. Odds are what I'll do next turn is just buff up Figure of Fable and Thoughtweft Lieutenant as well. Pretty close game though. See what they do. They've got three cards left in hand. A Cecil is good. Now I kind of have to... I will play the land. Go ahead and... Lieutenant. I want to force them, if they don't have removal or something, to get knocked out by their own Cecil. Maybe like that. Can I do this as... No. Okay, I can do that instant speed, thank God. I've got 8 going through if they block 1 creature. So they have to block 2. They have to have a removal, probably, actually. Because if they don't, they're going to die to their own Cecil. I think that's enough if they do it like that. They need to block on Aspirant with their Siren here. Their only shot. No, not that. No, no, no. Okay, well. I think that's GG. Yeah. GG's. Okay. Not bad. Good game too. Managed to keep the aggro coming. Let's see if we can do... We can make it a positive win. Because right now we're 1-1. We gotta win one more to keep it positive. And just for reference, I'm gonna play this first deck for the first about 2 hours or so. And then I'll be switching over to my Selesnya Landfall brew. Let's do this. I probably should have done Cavern of Souls. Wasn't thinking about their possible counterspell, but I guess it doesn't matter here. Probably gonna play a Johnny. I might. Okay, never mind. I'm probably gonna play a Sheltered by Ghosts here. Can't mess around with elementals. They get that mana going, we are in trouble. Really? Chimera on that? Okay. I mean, I guess so. Everybody's playing Chimera lately. Okay. We probably need to get Bristlebane going. One thing that sucks about this matchup is their ability just to like bounce all of my things. It really sucks. But I do have an Ajani for removal. Rakan to kind of hold up the late game, hopefully. See what they do, though. The seat's rough. They probably take my Ajani with that. Yep. Alright. Well, I think I just play what they can see, unless I draw something amazing. This will also get me my Bristlebane up to a 5/5, I believe. So, that should help out. Set us up for some blocks. Okay. This is about to flip, probably. Unless they have something they want to do with the mana. What you got? I believe Kyvera is good enough to play this. I feel like they haven't done any mill. I'm kind of surprised that they just had the surveil, right? That's how they got it in the graveyard. Now, how did they get in the graveyard? Oh, the discard right from Ashling. Okay, you know, that's not that free. Never mind. I take it back. Alright, maybe they got a pizza or something. They're going to grab it. There we go. They're back. Okay. Quantum Riddler too, huh? Man. We might be too far behind on this one. Turn 4 Kyvero kind of this in. I think I block with a 1/1 here. I don't think we win a race here at this point, so I'm just gonna make one of these at instant speed. Buff up my boys. Get some good blocks in. Green. Ugh. Brother. Wait a little quicker, please. My God. You got something? Okay. Buff up our little guy so we can block a little better. Yeah, Vibrance is a good card too, because you can go get your own Cavern of Souls, which is really, really strong. But I don't think we can come back from this. We'd have to draw exactly a Johnny to get rid of the Kyvero. And then we still just don't have any life gain on the field right now. There's a little life gain. But we're still dead. So, let's go ahead and concede. We'll go to the next one. Man. Elementals beat us out, huh? I guess that's okay. I think they're the most powerful of the tribes, at least in Standard, from Lorwyn. At least that's what I've heard in passing from different creators. But hopefully we can turn that around for Kithkin. Sure, we'll try it. I don't know how good this will be, but we'll give it a shot. Double removal can be helpful, especially if they're like low to the ground deck. Oh, are we playing a mirror matchup? That'd be sick. Do I care about Figure of Fable? Nah. If they buff it, I might, but I think for now I'm just gonna let it be and go for something a little stronger, like the Sincere Sentry. Let's go ahead and play Seam Rip so they can't get ahead on board. Next turn we play Thoughtweft Lieutenant if we don't draw anything. Okay, Figure of Fable's getting big. Okay, we didn't really draw anything, so play this as a green. Can't really block with Thoughtweft, so I need to get this Sheltered by Ghosts down so I can get rid of some stuff. Oh, jeez. That's tough. Okay. Yep, no blocks. Okay, so we're going to play Lieutenant. And we're going to play Sheltered by Ghosts. These are mostly for blocking, all that stuff. Let's go ahead and Sheltered by Ghosts. We're going to actually get rid of their Sheltered by Ghosts, so we can Seam Rip their Figure of Fable. A little convoluted, but gotta do it and gain some life, so. We can play Brigade next turn, which is good. Let's see what they got for 2. Man, they are kind of rolling in everything they need here, aren't they? Does this ever get trample by itself? No, it doesn't. Okay. Is that lethal? That's 9. Not quite lethal. I'd rather hold back. Okay. Let's go ahead and play this. Let's play Brigade. And then we can play Sincere Sentry. I'm going to buff the heck out of this one and swing in because it's got lifelink. And we can kind of swing the tide here. We can jump block the Figure of Fable pretty consistently, so. Shouldn't be too bad. And now I have Abandoned Air Temple online. I can start growing my board. Okay. Gold Meta Nomad. I don't love that card, honestly. I think it's very mid. Okay, they did give it Trample, unfortunately. They can actually give a lot of their stuff Trample, so not ideal. This is currently a Soldier, which, okay. So definitely gonna block like this here. Trying to decide how much other stuff I want to block. Let's do a double block here, and then we go down to 2. I think that's decent. Get rid of their 2 trample enablers, and then we can see what we have here. Let's go ahead and pay for this. And I guess we have to stay on D. I could swing in. This can become a 7-8. I can put myself up to 9. But then if they have a buff spell, I think I still lose. So I think I just start staying back with Abandoned Air Temple here. And hope they don't get trample enablers. Okay, I don't have that in my deck. Kind of wish I did right now, so I could draw it. Oh, the Brigide's command is so good. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I guess they can't play that this turn, technically, but still. We are flooding out really hard. Are we gonna swing in? Probably. Do it like this. Go ahead and play Bossing Say. Buff everything. I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume that they are going to fight. So I'd rather swing in right now with that one, and then we can keep the rest back on blocks. Lifelink is keeping me in this game. I know, I did lose the second one, so not undefeated. But that's okay. We're gonna make a comeback here for sure. They don't have trample right now, so we can basically jump block infinitely. Can I do this and airbenders? I can. So this will be pretty big. Counters to everything again. Now we can swing in with both of these. And I think we're in a pretty good spot. They're starting to jump. I think we've turned the tables. Next turn, I think I can swing in for just about lethal. Depends on what they get here. But oh, the Thoughtwift Lieutenant's good, but I think it's a little too late. I'm above 20 HP, so yep, GG's. Love a Kithkin mirror matchup. 10 out of 10. Okay. Alright, now we're 2 for 2, I guess. Because we lost to... Right? Am I miscounting? I can't remember. Okay, this is not bad. Let's go ahead and behold that second one. Behold, my Kithkin. Okay, we're up against probably Angels. Momo is a good turn 1 play. I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of that, so we can keep our aggro up. Because, yeah, this is probably... Oh, it's dragons. Exciting. We'll go ahead and just do a Johnny. That's actually a decent amount of a problem as well. But I think we can keep our aggro up enough to where... I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up with us here. They can play a 3-mana dragon here if they have one, but odds are they just have more mana stuff for removal. Okay, removal. Yeah, you can definitely swing into our Johnny, dude. Okay, so we're gonna do probably better to play this and Kinseer. Just for damage purposes. And then just hope they don't have a board wipe. I guess if they do, it's okay. We have a Johnny and Thought Weft still, but... odds are they aren't packing those. Nope. GG's. Let's go. That was a quick one. A little too speedy for dragons, apparently. I will say, those, I'm gonna go back to the deck really quick, because I'm thinking about putting one more of these in there. These Kinsbale Aspirants are way better than I gave them credit for. I'm a little tempted to put another one in and swap something else out for the Adept Water Shaper. But I don't know what I would take out, because I like everything. We have 24 lands. I could go down one land. Everything is 3 mana or under. Go down to 23. I think I'm going to give it a shot. Risk it for the biscuit. I feel like 24 is a lot for a deck that has only cards that are 23 mana or under anyway. So, let's give that a shot. Alrighty. And we have enough lands to cast everything. Let's go. I guess except for a Johnny. We need another white source. Alright. Yeah. Let's keep. We'll go Figure of Fable into Bristlebane, probably. Depending on what we're up against. Fortunately, I don't have removal till turn 3. Kind of hoping they take the turn off to remove my thing, honestly. What is that? Okay, it's like a, I can't remember. There was a card that exiled something mana 4 or less from the battlefield, and then when it went away, you would get a spirit. It's kind of like that one, but I can't remember what that one's called, honestly. I mean, we probably just get creatures on the field here. And then we can, next turn we can do something scarier. Yeah, they don't like my Figure of Fable. Quite rude. Probably gonna play Brigide's Command next turn. Okay, so let's make a token copy and do a fight. See if they'll let that happen. They do. And then we can do more than 3 damage, so looking a little better than them for now. That's a big rhino, though. No blocks. We're still keeping on aggro here. I'm gonna name Merfolk on this just so I have the option. Go ahead and buff the heck out of both these guys. Swing in for 8. Kind of beating them down on this aggro plan. And I'm hoping this Sheltered by Ghosts can catch them off guard. And maybe we can have enough damage to get the win. If they can bring back Llanowar. Oh wait, no, they did the evoke. Okay, I think I win here. Especially with that. But probably even more so with this one. Because then we just swing in with 6 and win. GG's! Let's go! I guess that was kind of just a value deck. I don't really know what I was playing against here, to be honest. Like what exactly the plan was, but looked like a cool deck. Alright. On to the next. What do you guys think of Kithkin so far? They're kind of interesting little guys. Kind of remind me of gnomes from D&D, but like a little bit different. They got more of the what's it called? Lorwyn flair, I guess. The duality. They don't like graveyards. Good to know. I could care less about their Soulglad Lantern, if I'm being honest. Okay, red-green Badger Mole. I probably do a Seam Rip here. We'll see what we draw. Yeah, probably do a Seam Rip here. We here at Lawmaturge say no to Badger Mole Coves. As much as we can. That is... Genuinely, that's the reason the Seam Rips are in the deck, so... I think I go... I don't know if I want to go Brigade or if I want to go a Johnny here. Probably Brigade now that I drew a second one. Yeah, let's do that. Then next turn we can do the Ajani. Spelunking, okay. I still don't really know what I'm playing against. They're definitely like ramping really hard, so they're going for something. I will go ahead and pay for this since I got the multiversal passage. And then I can play this and tap for a Johnny with Brigade. We don't really have our trample enablers this game, but we're still looking okay. Okay, they have 5 mana, maybe 6. They should be ramped into whatever they're going for. As I said, I don't really know what it is, but we'll find out. Here's a path. Okay, more ramp. Or no, sorry, this is probably going to go find whatever they are trying to do. What do you get? Okay. Doesn't that need more stuff? I don't know. A little confused by their deck, to be honest, but I guess this is what it is. Okay, let's start buffing up our little fellas. We're gonna just go ahead and swing in with everything. Start doing as much damage as we can. We're pretty far ahead. I think they probably need to be able to play like an Omniscience combo to get me here. Well, let's see what they have. Not enough. All right, let's go. Hey, these games are so quick. I'm not used to playing aggro. It's a good way to climb, though. We're probably going to hit diamond as long as I play decently enough. Let's see. I can play everything in my hand. I've got a turn 1, turn 2 play. Yeah, this is pretty good. We'll start on the white mana. Then depending on what we're playing into, I'll decide if I want to do Bristlebane or Thought Weft. Black. Probably removal heavy. Probably will do Bristlebane. Well, maybe not. They might be able to get rid of it. Nope. Okay. Got double Bristlebane here, which is pretty nice. Should be able to aggro out here pretty hard. Hoping we draw a land here so I can get Figure of Fable buffed up. Nice. So now I can play Bristlebane and buff up Figure of Fable. You gonna block? I will kill it. Well, I'm gonna buff it up either way, but... Okay. Next turn I can do both of these if I wanted to. Which I might want to. Might also do Kinsale Aspirant here. Yeah, this should be good. Buff this guy so I can kill the Revenant. And then we'll do this one. Behold a Kithkin. And then we can buff up, I don't know, I want to make this one probably seem the most threatening. So they can choose what they want to block, but not great blocks either way. Hoping they don't block here and swing in, to be honest. That might be their best play. Okay. Wanted to avoid 1 damage. They need some kind of removal here, I think. That makes sense too. Okay, I think this probably does them in. I can give all of these guys trample pretty much. Except for the Aspirant, I guess, but I don't think the Aspirant really needs it. I think that's probably enough damage. Math is for blockers, as they say. GG's. We're in Diamond. Let's go. Been a while since I've been in Diamond. Alright. Pack out of that too. Let's go. Let's run it again. Okay. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. I think that's pretty good. Alright, this is probably control. So I'm going to go ahead and get this land down now. No counter spells for y'all. Play this into Battler. Swing in. Next turn we can do Brigade. Oh, they have an Aven Interrupter. Nice. Okay. Can't really swing into that. Are they more of a tempo deck then? That would be interesting. A-okay with that. Okay, let's do green here. First, let's play Brigade. If they don't let me play it, I probably will cast the Sentry. Okay, they do let me play it. They might have a counter spell, but I've got 3 of these guys, so if they counter me, they counter me. Okay. We'll swing all out then, because they only have 1 mana left. So far, they haven't drawn their 4th land, unless they just did. I think our goal is to try to take them out before they can get to 4 mana, ideally. We'll see if that's possible or not. Now I can do 2 uncounterable Kithkin. That's pretty cool. And then I can buff up my Figure of Fable as well. I think they need to draw their next land, otherwise they lose here. Let's see if they do. Oh, I forgot Pinnacle Starcades exists. That's so good. Nice. Okay. Let's do this, and then we can do Sheltered by Ghosts. Get rid of the Pinnacle Starcade. Doesn't really matter what I target with, thought with Lieutenant, so I'm just gonna spam buff the figure, I guess. My god. I got so many of these triggers. I wish I had somebody on the field to give all those buffs to, but it's what it is. They got a tapped land. I think that's... They have another one? Oh my god. That's insane. I need a creature land, I think. Need a Bossing Say off top or something like that. I'll take a creature. Not ideal, but, you know, we take what we can get. Pinnacle Starcade is so good against my deck. I forget this card exists. It's a really good board wipe. Well, this guy's probably going to get countered. But I think we got to play him. No? Okay. We'll make a guy. I can't swing in because they're holding on Restless Anchorage here. Guess I could have gotten rid of Aven Interrupter as well. That would have been another option, but I'd rather swing in next turn. If I have the option. Okay, I think we just go ahead and make another Kithkin. I think we go to combat and swing with Battler. Oh god, that's really bad actually. I probably lose with that. I guess my only shot is drawing some removal. I think I would specifically need something to get rid of Wan Shi Tong, because a Johnny cannot get rid of Wan Shi Tong. And they're about at the point where they can sacrifice this, right? They need 8 mana, they need 1 more. Or sorry, 2 more. Okay. They took the time to do that. Interesting. I don't know why you would get a Johnny down to 1, frankly. I guess they can still swing in for lethal next turn, so that's probably why. Alright, that's GG's. Too many lands. I even took a land out. I'll let them do it the way they want. Block, but I'm still out of here. I maybe overextended that game. That's one thing, I guess, that I can think of that maybe I could have made a better comeback with, but I don't know. I think I did what I could there. Double Pinnacle Star Cage is pretty lucky to have against my deck, so what can you do? Okay. Got 2 lands. Everything costs 2 or less. Sounds great to me. Go ahead and do this. Behold our lieutenant. Nice deck. You haven't even seen it yet. Let's do battle. Oh, maybe they're a Kithkin deck. Maybe that's why. Is this another Kithkin mirror matchup? That'd be fun. Ooh, it is. I'm gonna hit him with the Ears Wise. It's a tree folk. I guess our best move is just to play another Thought Weft. Try to keep on the front foot here. Honestly, Adept is pretty good in this matchup too. At least when I'm ahead like this. We'll see what they play though. They might have a yeah, Sheltered by Ghosts, so. And a Figure of Fable, okay. So back up to 10. Okay. I think if I Seam Rip into Figure of Fable or Kinspell Aspirant, that would be my best move. We'll do Kinspell Aspirant, because I think that keeps the aggro on the most, so. Alright, they're down to 1. They probably need a board wipe. Let me hit him with a nice deck. We love to see it. Yeah, that's GG's. Gonna hit him with the GG's. No, I was too slow. I couldn't give him a good game. Okay, well, that was a fun one. That was like one of our perfect hands for 2 mana. Let's go run it back again. Again. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty good hand. I don't have a basic land, so I'm either going to have to take off turn 2 or turn 3. I might do 3, because I'm just going to assume I'm going to draw it. Just start off green. Starts off green. I'd rather get Aspirant down here. And behold my turn 2 play. Could have also beholded my Figure of Fable, but that's fine. Okay. What if this is like a mono red vibe? Ooh, actually, double Figure of Fable is pretty good if this is mono red. Okay, it's not mono red. Teamer? Okay, interesting. Let's go ahead and grow up our battler here. Then we can swing in. Although I don't think we're fast enough if they have an Ouroborid. I think we're too slow for that. We'd have to specifically draw removal for that. Okay. That's a ward 2. You want to pay it? You got it, bud. I don't know what I'm playing against here. We'll do a Brigade and then upgrade one of our Figure of Fables. And swing in with that one. Okay, they got the stock up. I think we're in a pretty good spot here. Ooh, Seamrip's a good draw too. If I flip it, yeah, I can play everything if I do that. Okay, let's do Lieutenant, so we can tap for more mana with Brigade. We'll buff up this guy, and then we can tap for 4 white mana. Play Seamrip, get rid of Badger Mole, and then we can buff up. Actually, we're going to buff up this one because it gets more damage output. So let's see if they've got the board wipe. Nope. They do have a Boomerang Basics, which is pretty good. They have double Boomerang Basics, and I guess they're going to replay the Roaring Furnace. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. I think that's still game. In a lot of ways. Go ahead and just buff up this guy. GG's. Got a need for speed. And we're just too quick. It is crazy. Like, so most of the decks I've played on stream so far have been like control or like late game decks. And so it's funny to see how like differently you play. Not how differently you play. How long the games take compared to the other ones, because like I'm probably playing as many games as I played in the other one in twice the time. Yeah, as if the best of 3 games were each like 1 game, if we counted it that way. Okay, this is fine. Not amazing, but it is fine. I'd like to draw turn 1 play, but we don't always get that lucky. Oh wait, I am on the play. Or on the yeah, on the play, so I don't get a turn 1 play, regardless. Okay. Go ahead and play Sentry. See what they play. They might be another... Okay. Similar deck style, I guess. We'll probably do a Brigide's Command. So we can get rid of that. And we'll make a copy. That way next turn I can play both Thought Weapon Lieutenant and a Johnny if they don't do anything. Okay, they're cats. I want to keep that lieutenant, so hopefully they let me. I've not seen a cat deck in Standard in like a very long time. I'm excited to see the spice though, I love it. Alright, what you gonna play? They can make a lot of tokens, so... I probably don't block since it's just the one. Buff up the token. Go ahead and swing in. Don't have any cards in my hand for Kithkin at least to put down. Okay. Probably counter would be my guess, but could be wrong. They might scry as well. Yeah, scry is probably the better option there. But they kind of are in a tough spot here. I think I'm a little quicker than they realized. Got any blocks? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buff everything. Lose one guy, but I've got a pretty strong board presence here. Aw. They really are just a cat deck. I love it. Okay. Trapped in the screen, eh? Okay. Aspirant's a good draw. We'll go ahead and Behold, of course. We'll go ahead and make another guy. And we'll buff up and swing. I haven't drawn anything, so hopefully this is enough. Soon they're gonna have to, I mean, they have to start jumping here. I'm down to 2. They've still got enough blockers right now. As long as they play one more cat, which they should be able to. Yeah, so they have enough blocks. They still need one more thing, because I can still Soulstone Sanctuary. Oh, geez. That's pretty good. They've got a buffer dude. Yeah, I don't think I really care too much about that. Ooh, Brigade is a great draw here. Okay. I can't do that, so I don't want to tap the Soulstone. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Costs 4 anyway, right? So we'll go ahead and play that. We'll buff with this, and then we can swing in with Kinsbale and our 4 guy. I guess I might as well swing with all of these, because they've got to block everything I swing with. Oh, I probably should have let the trigger bring in the Brigade, because that would have been more efficient. And she could have been attacking. Oopsie. I was going to say, they definitely block everything. Let's see. Alright. They've got 3 guys left. I have 3 blockers, so they probably are going to win on that front. I guess if they remove something and then played another thing that buffed up this cat, they could get rid of a Johnny. But I think they'd still be gone on the backswing. Okay. What you got? What you got? Okay, they're swinging face. That is fine with me. They get an extra card. One of them's a land. They've got 7 mana. I mean, they should be able to play enough blockers here in theory. Okay. You have a Sheltered by Ghosts. You should probably get rid of a Johnny. It'd probably be the strongest thing they can get rid of. Or it might be better to get rid of the Breachers. Okay, they went that route. Go ahead and make this into a creature. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Think. Go ahead and make a guy. Let's go ahead and buff. So we can swing in with all the 4 power guys. I want to force a block where they have to get rid of their own dude. Or get them in a position where they have to... They're going to have to get rid of the rest of their board if they don't want to lose their lifelinker. Which is actually pretty important for me. Okay, they don't like Brigade. Makes sense. I'd actually rather get rid of the cat, I think. No, I don't think they have graveyard stuff. Okay. This is actually kind of a wild game. I'm not even gonna lie. putting the pressure on, but they've been holding on. What you got? Okay, one of them is a land, so I think they might be done here. Make another guy. I'll play the aspirin if I don't win here, but I think I win. They would need their last card in their hand to be like a get lost, very specifically, and they have to block everything. Some kind of flash removal, basically, is what it has to be. Or something to give them lifelink. GG. Nice. That was an impressive showing for cats, I gotta be honest. I didn't think that had enough support in standard for a cat deck, but that was not bad. That was not bad at all. And they give me a cat, the cat that I almost lost to there. Oh, jeez. That was a tough one. Okay. Got a lot of turn 3 plays, which I don't love. I am on the draw, though. The draw, yes, you heard that right. So I think this should be a fine hand. Kind of wish it had a turn 1 play, but I'm okay that it doesn't. I definitely want to draw some of my, what's it called? The thing that makes things uncounterable. Counter missiles. But we'll see if that happens. Let's start with Brigade, I think. Ah, there's Cavernous Souls, even better. Make a 1/1. Next turn I can do Wakan Revival and Seam Rip probably, because I need to actually slow down their aggro plan, funny enough. They've been very aggressively removing things. I think I do... Yeah, I think I do a Seam Rip into Festival. Need to get rid of Voice of Victory if we can. I can do it with Brigade's Command, but I'd rather not. If I've already got the Seam Rip in hand, I'd rather use that. Okay. Yeah, let's do a Brigade's Command. Get rid of that guy. If they want to do it that way, I'll do it that way. Come on. I need some more aggro, though. Getting more and more important that I draw things. Let's start with don't want to tap my cavern, thank you. Battler's pretty good here. Let's do another one. And then we'll swing in. Why did it tap that way? Oh my god. I hate the auto tapper so much. Now they get to counter this. Oh, maybe they don't have a counter. I've been bluffing this whole time. Okay. I guess this is like more of a tempo style deck. I've been seeing like this style of deck more and more today. Kind of interesting. I'll jump here. Do want to remove the Enduring Curiosity. So I probably do Battler into Sheltered by Ghosts. Make them pay the Ward 2 to get rid of it. I think I'm doomed here. I can jump the ground guy, but they get to draw two cards. And all of them are too expensive for Seam Rip to matter. Okay, well I will jump here. But I think all the flyers are gonna do me in here, unfortunately. And they get to draw a whole new mitt full of cards. What are you gonna do? Yeah, that's GG's. We'll just play this. And concede. Dang. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I feel like that deck kind of just takes advantage of the fact that all their cards are kind of a 2-for-1, you know? Like the creature goes into play, it bounces a spell. The creature goes into the play, it bounces a creature or a spell. And then they just have a bunch of removal on top of that. Makes it hard to keep up with. But that's okay. We'll get him this time. I cannot keep that. I need white mana. That works. We're gonna do turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. I guess has to be Brigade. We'll have to draw into another Johnny. Okay. Okay, graveyard shenanigans. Hopefully we draw into a 2-mana Kithkin. That would be ideal. We did not. Go ahead and play Brigade. And I will swing in with Sentry. The good thing about their deck is it's fairly slow, for the most part, to get their bringer back. They'll basically have to play it on turn 4 probably to keep up with me. I'm hoping I draw things that can help me make a comeback. Oh god, they got their Terror of the Peaks? That is lucky, lucky, lucky. And I draw nothing. Awesome. Go ahead and just play a Plains. Upgrade. And we can't upgrade again. Well, we could. Might as well, I guess. A 4/5 is pretty solid. They'll probably block, and they have Kyvero in their hand, because of course they do. And then we say go. And cry. there it is. GG's. Oh my god, that's insane. So they got 12, 13 damage off rip. And then they just swing in next turn. This deck is nuts. This is why everybody runs Graveyard Hate in the main deck right now. Alright, don't worry. You got this, Figure of Fable. 1v9. You're huge. You're the biggest. The baddest. But we are quite dead. So, I'm actually going to concede if they're going to keep playing stuff. Dang. Unfortunate. I thought we'd be fast enough for that one, but not quite. Not quite. Alright, let's try again. Got about 30 minutes till we go for the deck 2. Alright, this is a good hand. I like this hand. Picasso. Probably do Bristlebane Battler. I'm also tempted to go with the Lieutenant. Let's go Battler. I want to make my guys big and buff. Next turn, if we don't draw anything, I'll buff Figure and play another Battler. And then we'll start just slamming these Thoughtwolf Lieutenants. Oh god. They have so much mana. That's scary. That's 5 more mana. Yeah, they have every mana dork in the game. Do they have a finisher is the question. Not yet. Okay. Play a Battler. Buff up Figure of Fable. We're still on defense for now. But Breakout could be bad. Oh, of course they have it. Alright, now I basically have to draw the removal for Ouroborid. And whatever the heck else they get with that. Oh my, they have Crater Hoof. GG. That's insane. I have no idea how I'm supposed to beat that. Let's triple block. Alright there, yeah. You only get to do 115 damage to me. My god. I can't beat that start. Ooh. Well. I think that was a record on how quickly I can lose a game. My god. Okay. No turn 1 play, but turn 2, turn 3, pretty solid stuff. Do Battler here. Next turn we can play either a Johnny or Brigade, depending on how many creatures they have. And then turn after the vice versa. Okay, let's do a Johnny. Make a guy. Buff up the Battler. Swing on in. Okay. Is it a control deck? Doesn't seem that way. They have it on Beast. I'm trying to remember what the Beast cards are. Not ringing a bell. Oh well. Either way, I'm kind of just trying to go as quick as I can here. I'm stuck between playing Thought Weft or Brigade. I think with that, I'm going to play the Thought Weft into Sentry. So we can buff everything up and do big damage here. And then next turn, just going to take a guess. They might have a board wipe or something. I don't know what they would have for 4 mana, though. Oh, I guess it's a Kona Omniscience deck, so they're trying to combo off this turn. That's kind of their win con here. Okay, they have Kona, but that's GG's, I think. GG. Too quick for Omniscience. We are speed. If they would introduce more like fog spells into the format, I think like cheap fogs, like 2 mana max, I think that would help out the Omniscience deck a lot, but I don't have it. Alright, not bad. We'll do turn 2 Lieutenant. And then turn 3 a Johnny. I was hoping they would go ahead and play something, to be honest, but I guess it is what it is. Do a Johnny. Next turn we can Cavern of Souls on Festival, so that's pretty good. Buff yourself. Okay, they don't have the 2 mana tap down Merfolk, so that's fine. Stock up, alright. Maybe they're the that one deck that won the big tournament. What's it called? Excruciator or whatever? Is that what it's called? I can't remember. The one that costs like 6 black mana. Okay, I guess we just do this. I guess I should have played Bossing Say instead, but this will be fine. Okay. There for 7. Next turn I can probably hit for lethal if they don't have anything to do. I'll probably Bossing Say, frankly. Let's make an assumption. Let's assume they have 3 pieces of removal, just for fun. We still can deal a pretty decent chunk of damage here. Let's go ahead and Bossing Say. Get some extra damage going. Swing in with all of it. They're down to 1. And I have the Bossing Say, so even if they board wipe here, I still have enough mana to hit them for people. GG. Got him. Nice. Thank God. You want to win those decks, especially because it's like a game 1 every time, especially when you're on the play. I think that's a sign of a good aggro deck, is like when you're on the play, most of the time you end up winning, you know? But I'm not a pro or anything. A pro player could probably tell you more about what's the sign of a good aggro deck. Alright. Pretty decent hand. Turn 1 removal. Turn 2 Kinsir. Might even be able to cheat something into play if we're lucky. Okay. Green, black, and blue. I don't know what I'm running into here. Okay. I think I go to combat first. Okay, they haven't played anything, so let's do this tapped, and we'll just play... How about another Sentry? Oh, do they actually have counter magic? Maybe I should have played Cavern of Souls. Oopsie. Could have dodged that. Mutable Explorer. Ready? I don't really care about the Mutable Explorer, to be honest. So I'm just gonna play this tapped. And play Lieutenant. Send it in. Then next turn we can do Bossing Say and start doing that kind of stuff. It's another Omniscience deck. I always think Omniscience when I see this Whirling Dragonstorm. Okay. Brigide's Command's good. Do that. Token. And honestly, I don't know if I need to fight. Let's just make 2 tokens. That those up to 4/4s. Swing in for as much damage as we can get off. Also, Seam Rip just doesn't work on Mutable Explorer at all, so that's fine. Probably have a board wipe if they're jumping like that. Which honestly is kind of rough. I don't know if Bossing Say has enough to do them in here. Well, if that's all they have. I do like the combo of Mutable Explorer with Roiling Dragonstorm. That's cool. Can I do both? I don't think I can do both. No. Okay, so if I play this, I can get a lot of trample, which I think is more important than Bossing Say here. And then I can Bossing Say after combat. I'm going to give 2 creatures trample. Swing. Could get them down to 2. And then, even if they have a board wipe, I should be able to take them down in a turn. Oh wait, they actually blocked wrong. I guess it doesn't matter. They would have had to have something anyway. Alright. Nice. Another dub. Okay. T-minus 15 minutes until we do the landfall. Kithkin's actually a pretty decent deck to play, to climb, I think. Because all the games are so quick. Black red, what are we playing against? I don't know, I'm excited though. We'll do Battler next turn. Okay. Iron Shield Elf. Interesting. That's a little weird. Oh, a Phoenix deck. Oh, this is kind of fun. I like their deck. Okay. With that draw, we can actually do a Seam Rip to get rid of the Iron Shield Elf. Actually, probably get rid of Rocco, because that one's just going to keep growing. I think we can outpace a Iron Shield Elf. So... let's see what happens, though. Next turn, we can do Bristlebane Battler and buff up Figure Fable. Or we can do a Thoughtweft Lieutenant if we're worried about them getting too strong. Okay, they're swinging with that. I'm not worried about them getting too strong now. Kithkin there. We'll do Bristlebane Battler. And then let's make this a 2/3. I think that's better right now than playing other creatures. Next turn we can play both of these, or we can buff her up to a 4/5. A lot of options. Not worried enough to block here. That's 7 damage. 8 damage. Okay. You got me down to 6, but I think we're stronger than them right now. I'm gonna play this. We'll play Thoughtweft Lieutenant. We'll buff up that guy. Behold my Kithkin. And then we'll swing out, and we still have 2 blockers left behind, but I think, yeah, that's enough damage. Let's go. GG's. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't realize I won there. But, pretty good stuff. Okay. Based on timing, we're gonna be able to play somewhere between 1 and 7 more games before we get to our Landfall deck. Depending on how quick these go. My goodness. Okay. It's a good hand. Perfect curve. I probably will play Battler before Sentry, because I don't really have anything to cheat into play with Sentry, so we'll behold the Battler. Alrighty. Oh, hello. Battler's going to be really good into this deck. I also could really use some of my removal. But hopefully this is aggressive enough to win us this game. Oh, is this the more like removal focused one? I think it is. The fun thing about this Kithkin festival too, by the way, is it also counts as a Kithkin. So when I play this like this, well, isn't there a card? Yeah. When this creature or another Kithkin, it's actually for Thornweft Lieutenant. But my bad. I was thinking of the wrong card. Either way, though, should be okay for now. Not gonna chump just yet. Okay, let's play Lieutenant. Buff up the squad. Play Sentry, buff up the squad. Let's swing in. 9 damage is actually a lot. Okay. Next turn I can just use the Kithkin Festival. Corpses is lost, huh? Pretty annoying, actually. Do no blocks for now. We gotta switch to a more defensive strategy for now. That's okay with me. Another United Battlefront? That's crazy. Please hit nothing. Oh, the Sheltered by Ghost into Nowhere to Run is insane. Alright. Well, at least I can't get rid of my big guy, but... Gee, slow ace. Let's go ahead and do this so I don't have to respawn anymore. I need some removal as soon as possible. Alright, at least I can get rid of the skeleton here. And survive. That'll save me a little bit. But I think I might be in trouble still. A good draw. Have the center tapped. We'll go ahead and play Brigade. I will actually... No, actually, I want to hold this back for their skeleton. And I'm going to be chumping this Optimistic Scavenger until the day I die. Or until they play a flyer. One of the two. Not sure why they swung in with the Skelly there. Do they have to? No, they don't. Ah, here we go. That's a big draw, actually. Okay. If I can get this back. It only has Ward 2, so this is actually a fine to pay. Get my guy back, and then I can actually swing in with this. And still hold back 2 blockers, so start making progress. I think they're running out of gas. And then they play Corpses of the Lost. Running out of gas is a strong word. Okay. Let's go ahead and trade these off. I want to have a clear board. Well, I guess I should have thought. Okay, so how does this work? So when they descend, okay. Well, I guess I stay on blocks. I make a Kithkin. They'll probably play both of those. I'll block one of them. Man, these are hard to deal with, huh? Block one of them. And then they get both of them back. Is that how that works? Descended. Permanent is put into your graveyard from anywhere. Okay. Didn't that count as descended? Am I crazy? Maybe I am crazy. Let's start buffing this up. As much as we can. I should have made another Kithkin on last turn. A little bit of a misstep there, but we're still doing okay here. I'm only going to block one of those if I have to. I can just do this. Behold, Kithkin. Okay, we're looking pretty decent now. 7/8's hard to beat. Especially when it has protection from your opponents. But smart. 6/3 is tough to deal with. I can't really block that. I gotta chump that with some other stuff. Ooh, that's a huge draw. Okay. Let's do copy and fight. Copy that. And then have it fight the Soulstone. That's actually huge. Now we can start buffing up the new one. I'm actually going to go ahead and swing, I think, with the big one. I need to start putting a clock on, so no pun intended. Okay, we definitely block a bunch here. Maybe like that. Let the Cecil go through. Don't really want to lose my guy, so. Okay, a little strange, but you do your thing. Okay. Go ahead and play this on Kithkin. Let's go ahead and do the 6 mana to make this a 7/8. And I think we stay on defense here. I need a round so I can have these guys both buffed up, and then I can start making 1/1s for chumping. Okay, I just have to, at some point, trade, right? Or I don't. Maybe I can just survive it too. Okay. Sentry is a good draw. And let's start swinging with one of these guys. And we can start making chump blockers. Battlefront's so good. They whiffed! Oh my god! That's so lucky. GG. Block like that. One, two, three. We're 1 mana away from being able to do Festival twice a turn, so... keep swinging with 1. Oops. He drew something, didn't he? Oh, no, he didn't! GG's! Okay, that was actually probably my favorite game so far of Kithkin. I know I said I had time for between 1 and 7 games, but I think that's all we have time for, so just 1. Okay, so go ahead and real quick, we'll open the packs before we go take a look at the deck. Consider how we did. Not bad. I didn't even know this card existed. It's actually pretty good. Okay. So, taking a look at Kithkin one more time. Overall, we went from Plat 1 to Diamond 4. We're very close to getting to Diamond 3. I didn't count up exactly how many wins and losses we had. I should start doing that, but we did really well. Honestly, the Adept Water Shaper came in clutch. I'm glad I added that to the deck. I'm glad I took out 1 land to add in Kinsvale Aspirant. I feel like 24 is too many for this deck. I might even go down to 22. Maybe a little too risky, but I feel like where it's at feels pretty good. If I were to sideboard something, I would probably add in like a lot of Graveyard Hate, maybe some things against aggro decks like Authority of the Consuls, that kind of thing. But honestly, did really well, and more removal. That's the other thing. But yeah, we did great. Real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and switch the deck on the stream before I switch over to the page. Let me go find it real quick. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our Landfall deck. All right, that is set up for the plugin. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the second deck we're playing today. So deck number 2, we're playing double Selesnya today. Thought that would be fun. But we were playing a Landfall deck. I wanted to avoid playing kind of the normal Landfall decks that people are playing. A lot of people are playing... let me just pull up the cards that people are playing a lot of. 1, Badger Cub, of course, which I'm not a huge fan of. They're playing a lot of Saz Chocobo, Bristly, Bill, Tifa, sometimes, Mossborn Hydra. Definitely Ice Explorer, which I am playing, but a lot of this Might Form Harmonizer, which is very good. And I thought it'd be more fun to play kind of a classic ramp style deck. I don't know why my cards appeared down there. That's weird. Is that a visual bug? No, okay. Well, I guess maybe I have to do... Okay. I guess if you search for something, it searches for something in your deck too. That's good to know. Okay. But anyway, with this Landfall deck, our goal is to play mostly forests so we can get quick sapling nurseries down and start getting these tree folk into play. So this has affinity for forests, so every forest we have, it makes it 1 cheaper. So we're trying to take those forests and basically make this cost 2 to 4 mana so we can play it and get a bunch of tree folk on the ground. We also have a backup token generator in Felidar Retreat. We aren't running as many of those, but still quite good. As far as ramp goes, we're playing Llanowar Elves. It's very good to get to our turn 3 plays, so that's why I'm including those. Then we have Shared Roots, which lets us go find a basic land. I had another card in here that would search for a forest, but unfortunately there were some games where I just needed it to be able to search for plains, which is the only reason we have the 1 of basic plains in the deck. We also have Earthbender Ascension, which lets you go find a basic land, put it in the field, and Earthbend. And then with Landfall, you get more quest counters, and you get to put 1/1 counters on it. Then we're doing Lumbering World Wagon, which lets you go find a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, and you can also do that when you attack. So that's pretty cool. And the only other ramp piece we have is Ice Tool Explorer, which lets you play an additional land on each of your turns. It also mills cards and lets you play lands from the graveyard. So a lot of things you want to do there. Then for support pieces, we have Traveling Chocobo. This lets us find lands or birds off the top of our library, which sometimes means finding another version of itself, but we don't have any other birds in the deck. And it also doubles up our landfall triggers. So doubles up the Ice Tool Explorer triggers, the Felidar Retreat triggers, the Sapling Nursery triggers, the Earthbender Ascension triggers, all of them. Also, the other support piece we have is Flourishing Bloomkin. So we can play this for 2 mana, usually as a 2/2, but then on later turns, sometimes we can use this as a disguise card to go find extra forests and put them into play, and this just gets huge. So yeah, then we have some removal pieces, and that's the deck. So let's go ahead and get into it. See how well it performs compared to Kithkin. Hopefully pretty good. We'll see though. In my experience, this deck is kind of not as consistent, but it's still pretty good. So not a bad hand. Doesn't have any of our payoffs, but we've got some ramp into Ice Tool Explorer, which should be able to find some of our stuff. Okay, one thing also, people, just to remember, is what Llanowar does when you don't have a Badgermole Cub is the whole point of it, most of the time, is either to put you 1 turn ahead on mana or catch you up on mana. So in cases like this, where I'm on the play, I want to play this on turn 1. So basically, they'll have 2 mana next turn, and I'll have 3 mana next turn if they don't remove it. It's basically a way to be on the play rather than on the draw. I think I may have said that wrong earlier, but anyway, you get what I'm saying, hopefully. Okay. Let's go ahead and play Plains. We'll go ahead and play the bird. Looks like we're up against artifacts, so that could be a little rough. We'll see what happens. Really hoping we can draw into our big landfall plays. Before combat, I'm going to go ahead and swing with Chocobo. Okay, that's fine. We'll go ahead and play Temple Garden untapped. Let's play Ice Tool Explorer, and let's play the Fabled Passage here. I'll go ahead and attack it here. I kind of want to go see if I can't thin the deck out and get some things I need. Oh, jeez. This is trouble. This card is really good. United Battlefront. Seems to get a lot of play in a lot of different decks. Okay, they got the Repurposing Bay. They didn't get the card that they really wanted. Okay, let's go ahead and play another Ice Tool. Let's start thinning the deck. I'm gonna go ahead and play this forest out of my graveyard. Mostly because I want to have all the forests on the battlefield. Okay, World Wagon. I can play one more land this turn. We've gotten actually pretty lucky with our mills here. Oh wait, no, I'm one man. Ah, it was only 3 lands. I forgot it's 1 additional, not 2 each. My brain is dumb. Okay, so now they can go get their big scary card and play something to make a big scary artifact. Or they can do another United Battlefront and get 2 of them. Okay, they got 1. This could be worse. It is a 7/7, but we're still not out of this yet. We just need to draw our good stuff. Go ahead and play Earthbender's Ascension. Make you a guy. That was one of the things we wanted. Okay. Honestly, I feel like we need to stop playing lands. Because we need the landfall triggers. Okay, that's a good one to keep on top. Next turn we'll have a good time landfalling. One thing this deck could use is a way to get things back, enchantments back from the graveyard. But usually we don't have this much trouble getting our things. Oh jeez, that's tough. We're getting rid of Earthbender's Ascension. That's tough. That's tough. They have another land, they can give everything a haste, and then we're kind of in trouble. But I think we're fine for now. I'll just jump with the land war. We'll keep the land for now. Like that. Alright, let's start churning through our deck. I'm actually going to play the forests here. I'm milling some of my fun stuff. No. Let's make 3 cats. And then with the rest, we'll start buffing up my guys. Okay, that's a problem. Okay. You know, right now I can use more chump blockers than I can 1/1 counters, so. Okay, so we've got what? 1, 2, 3 of our token generators. Three out of 6, so we need to draw into one of those other ones. I think they're getting their dream matchup here. Block with the land this time. I need to draw into one of my token generators here. I did not draw into one of my token generators. I think I've essentially lost this game at this point. I've just milled too many cards. I still have 1 turn, I think. No, I don't. they make one more artifact and I'm screwed. guess I could have played more lands, but it doesn't really do anything, so they've got it. GG's. Come on, go get your fire crystal. Show it to me. Oh, you should have gotten a fire crystal. You could have hit me for like 100. I mean, I guess if they have another land, they can still go get the fire crystal. That's all I'm saying. Oh, okay, they can't. GG. Dang. Lost by 200 HP. Almost. My god. Alright. Hopefully we can start the next games off with one of our Landfall cards, but we'll see what happens, I guess. I think 2 of those, being able to play 2 lands a turn is too many. At least when I don't have a landfall thing to make it matter. Okay, that's not bad. Now let's go ahead and land a war. Then we can surveil next turn. Chocobo's decent, but I probably need actual lands. Don't want to risk it with the blue-red. Oh, awesome. Let's do a World Wagon. Absolutely. This is crew 4, so I can't do it just yet, but if I get one more forest into play, I can crew that with my other guy. And let's go ahead and Felidar. The next turn we can Felidar, hopefully into a land. Well, it might be a little slow for this control deck, though. We will see, we will see. Oh, jeez. Rude. Well, we got the 4th land. Fortunately, not quite exactly how many I wanted, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and crew with these 2. Go get ourselves another forest. Do 1/1 counters here. Force the issue. I'm guessing they have Ultimas in that deck, which is probably what they need for the World Wagon here. Okay, they don't have Ultima. Kind of good for us, actually. Okay. Alright, Bloomkin is a great draw here. Go ahead and brew up. Let's go ahead and go find ourselves another forest. Let's go ahead and make a 2/2 this time. Then we can play the nursery for 3 mana. See if they have what they need. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play Felidar. Go ahead and make a cat. Go ahead and buff everything up. And then let's go ahead and crew with the summoning sick one. Let's go to combat and swing. See what they got. Probably a Jeskai Revelation? No, they don't quite have enough for that. Buff everything up with that so we can have lethal on all 3 creatures. Okay, there's the Jeskai. Surprised they're hitting me for 4, to be honest. definitely need a board wipe this turn. Oh, they don't have it. It's gonna be tough for them, actually. GG's, let's go. Nice. One nice thing for this deck in best of 1 versus best of 3 is most decks don't have a lot of enchantment removal just ready, except for Get Lost. So I have enough enchantments to where I can get past all those Get Lost usually. And if they're just focusing on those, hopefully usually I have an army of tokens that's also worth focusing on. Okay. Decent. Decent. A lot of removal, but I can make it work. Okay. Thinking shared roots into... I might do a Felidar next turn. I might just do the Earthbender's Ascension though, I think. That's fine with me. I can play it. Get another land. Don't get my ramp like I wanted, but that is honestly fine. Okay. Don't exactly know what I'm dealing with here. Hopefully I can start making some cats. And buffing the heck out of them. I'm gonna go ahead and crack this now. So I can get a second cat. I'm actually gonna buff up the fish. I bet they have that day of Black Sun. That's my... Or Deadly Cover-Up, that's fine. Okay. Definitely gonna do Felidar into Bloomkin. Yeah, I wish those would stack properly. Need to be more cautious of that and start going into full control there. Okay, I'll probably play Chocobo. And if there's a land on top, oh my god, I'm gonna be so happy. Not quite. That's okay. Honestly, yeah, I have a Fabled Passage, so this actually works pretty well. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Ah, they weren't gonna let me do it. That was a good game though. Nice, Diamond 3. Let's go. 2-1 now. Interesting hand. I'll try it out. Hopefully we can surveil into some things. But we have ramp for days. And we'll have the landfall creatures, so... Oddly not the worst hand in the world. Not the best hand, but not the worst. I don't think I need a second seam rip. Ideally, I'm just playing one here. No, that's not gonna happen. They're gonna play Duress and be like, why does this man have so many Earthbender's Ascensions? Oh, poor guy. He has to just look at it. Yeah, we're just gonna chill. Should have done the tap lane first, actually. That was a misplay, honestly. Make that guy into a guy. Let's go find a forest. I want to start adding counters to these guys as quick as we can, because those counters are going to add up. Okay, a Ghost Vacuum. Got to be cautious of our graveyard lands situation. Definitely going to play Felidar here. That's huge. Cat. I'm going to hold on the Fabled Passage here. Don't really need to get rid of Ghost Vacuum just yet, so... Okay, yeah, deal. Thank you. Oh, can you exile that in response? That's cool. I guess it is a trigger, so... Rude. Alright, I will seam rip that then, with that in mind. Okay, they hit their third mana. Ah, they're gonna go look for more lands, probably. Okay. Yeah, this turn I'm definitely just gonna seam rip. And then we can Earthbender's Ascension. Seam rip. I'm not gonna let you get rid of my lands, so you can get rid of my seam rip, and then that's it. Yeah, sure. How are you, bud? But first, let's go find another grain source. And then we'll do an Earthbender's Ascension here. Let's do one more cat. Start buffing up the one that's going in. The next turn we can do both Earthbender Ascension and Shared Roots. And I think that probably is going to be enough. Depends on what they play now, I guess. But are they bouncing something? Or are they getting rid of something in my hand? Okay, something in my hand. Probably the Earthbender's Ascension, oddly. Kind of a funny thing to get rid of. Keep them in the game as long as we can here. We'll do Shared Roots into Fabled Passage. I'm going to split up these counters best I can. Again. Okay, GG. We got there. Very nice, very nice. Right. Funny thing about that Kithkin deck is we were actually getting good progress on that Justice, Order and Justice or whatever it's called, the one that you're supposed to cast angels or soldiers to get like a bonus. So I might have to play some more of that off stream to get the quest completed. Okay. Not a bad hand, honestly. Yeah, I'll keep one more land. I don't really know what I'm playing against yet, so... Probably another Landfall deck, actually. Which means both of my removal pieces will be nice. I'll play this so I can hold up Get Lost without looking suspicious. Maybe not Landfall. I don't know what Swamp means with a bunch of Fabled Passages, but... guess we'll find out. Okay. Just play this. It's a 3/3 for 2. Not bad. Sadly, it does die to a lot of the current meta's removal. But not much I could do about that, so. Okay. Honestly, I just want to play Shared Roots here. I can swing in for 5. Leave up Get Lost. And then hopefully I can draw into a land. Fabled Passage, ideally. Okay, yeah, I'll take a board wipe for a 2-mana spell. Very worth it for me. Okay, not ideal. For now, I think I just go ahead and play that into Ice Still and hope I draw into a land. Right now, it's just a 2/4 because I don't have anything to play with it, but I'll probably get rid of it. So, kind of hoping I can eat some enchantment removal, honestly. All right, well that's rude. Oh, this is probably Ketramos Control. That's what we're playing against. Although I don't know why that would have Fabled Passage, honestly. Seems kind of like a... not a really great choice, but... maybe that's just me. Okay, let's do... this... into Chocobo. And hope there's a land on top. Yes! Look at us, making tree folk. And I have another one ready to go if they don't remove Traveling Chocobo. They might have more removal, though. Probably another board wipe, if I had to guess. Aww. That sucks. That... okay. Okay, that's just rude. Incredibly rude. Alright, now we're kind of relying off the top of our deck. The Fabled Passage at this point in the game is just always better than the basic land. Check the Manipulator. Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna get rid of that. Bye. Okay. Honestly, I'd probably just hold on to that. I need something to put counters on for for Earthbender's Ascension to be good. Maybe it's not Ketramos? I don't know why they'd play Elspeth unless it's just like, oh, Elspeth's a good card, you know? I think Iceberg is good for them. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's make as many tree folk as we can. I'd rather it be that one, honestly. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. Okay. Nice thing now is we can get rid of Saproling Nursery to do some board wipe protection. Now's the problem is they're gonna exile it. Until I get another Get Lost, I'm just fresh out of luck. Yep. Cannot really afford to sacrifice that, not knowing if they have a board wipe or not. Ah. Okay. Oh, the Airbender Temple's so good here. I think I just save the lands. We probably go swinging now while they don't have enough damage to go for a 1-for-1 with their Airbender Temple. They could still get rid of my guys for sure, but I can get rid of a couple of theirs too, so pretty good for me. Or let me rephrase, that's the best I can do right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. Get rid of the guys and hope we get some amazing, wonderful draws here very quickly. That's not really what I meant. I guess I'll get rid of one of their 2/1s or their 2/2s. I don't have anything better to do with the Seam Rip or my mana, so. Alright, if I don't draw anything next turn, it's probably too far gone. I do have enough mana to play the token generator, shared roots, and my land. But like, we're still doing alright. I was gonna say, they're just gonna get flying, so my Lush Portico can't do anything. Ooh. Gee, didn't realize they had it that turn. Well played, well played. That's a fun deck, actually. I might have to come up with an idea like that. I haven't seen a white-black control deck in a while, and I feel like the removals shifted pretty well in both white and black's favor. Because there's not a lot of exile removal, so you can go catch stuff like Ketramos. The Planeswalkers in those colors are great. Pretty good. Pretty decent hand. Turn 2, shared roots. Turn 3, probably wagon. I don't know what it depends on what they have, probably. Goblins. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the planes here, because I'm probably gonna need the removal. I probably just don't have the luxury of doing that next turn. I probably need to do the Earthbender Ascension instead. I really need a token generator for this matchup, though. Okay, that's a great draw. Let's go ahead and I'm going to do this in a way to where I can get the blocker out of Earthbender's Ascension. Well, I didn't really want to do it like that, but I guess if Ba Sing Se is a creature, it is what it is. Fighting with Ba Sing Se. What if you could play an Earthbender deck that had no creatures except for earthbent creatures. That'd be kind of funny. Okay, let's go ahead and do Lumbering World Wagon into Llanowar, probably. And the next turn we can do Sapling Nursery and Traveling Chocobo, as long as they don't get rid of Llanowar. And then we can also start hopefully making some sapling tokens. Oh, okay, now I really need to draw land. Okay, that's a good draw. And it did it backwards again. But I guess it is what it is. You know, I should have swung probably with Lumbering World Wagon. It would have made 2 guys. Okay, honestly, that is fine. Probably. Especially since they did it like that, that is absolutely fine with me. Okay. The first thing, we are going to get rid of this guy. Without a doubt. Then we go ahead and play Lush Portico. Buff up this Traveling Chocobo as much as possible. I do actually like having Seamer up here, so we'll keep that there. Well, actually, I'm going to get rid of it, sadly. But that's just because I need the Earthbender's Ascension to exist. Okay. Now I'm just scared of basically just... whoops. Basically, I'm just scared of... what's it called? Burn spells at this point. Dang, okay. 4 to 5. I got an army of blockers. Do you have enough burn? Let's see. Okay, they're digging for burn. They need like a bolt wave. Yeah, that's not going to help. Boros Charm will help. Oh my god. If that was on top, I think they probably had it. Because I'm guessing they had 1 burn spell in hand. Oof. I cannot believe we got there. That was so close. That was so close. Don't play anything till turn 3, but I guess we can hope we draw something. Okay, well, this is a rough deck for me, honestly. Okay, let's do World Wagon, grab a forest. Next turn we can play Sapling into Bossing Say. Hopefully that should be decent. What I'm most worried about is those 2 cards together. Wow. They sure knew exactly what I was worried about. Yeah, let's play the white. The nice thing about my setup is I can rebuild pretty easily, and my World Wagon can't get rid of my lumbering World Wagon at sorcery speed. The other nice thing is they've got a Caivero in the graveyard, so that means less likely that they have it in their hand. Although still pretty likely that they have it in their hand, to be honest. Okay, let's play the second one. Go Bossing Say. We're just going to crew this. And swing in with everything. Because odds are they probably will go ahead and do the board wipe. But the nice thing is I have Sapling Nursery, so I can actually give my stuff indestructible here. And I don't think they have quite enough damage. They might have enough damage to take me out with, what's it called? Pair of the Peaks. Ooh, they don't have it? Okay. I might actually be set here. Trying to do a little math. I think I can Bossing Say and swing with World Wagon. I just kind of need a land. A land would be great. I guess let's play one Traveling Chocobo. We didn't get what we needed. Okay. Go ahead and crew. Then we'll just swing all out. Make a bunch more of this, the tree folk. Honestly, they should block with everything here. The more creatures they have in the graveyard, the more damage I will take. What you got? Big man? Caivero? Not quite. But I think they have Caivero after this, so... That's so many guys. That's it. Yeah, I am gonna... Yeah, GG. Wait, what just happened? Is it sacrifice? Oh, it is sacrifice. Okay, I can't even save it from Caivero. Why does it have to be sacrifice? That's so rude. Jeez. Count up the damage, let's see. Okay, that's probably double my health. Jeez. I got some pretty lucky mills. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Alright, real quick, I'm going to go ahead and use the bathroom. But I will be right back. Okay, we're back. Let's run it again. Okie dokie. This is a pretty good hand. Got Llanowar into Lumbering World Wagon. Kind of just get our ramp going as quick as we can. Ooh, maybe they'll get rid of my thing, actually. Let's see. No, okay. Brave Soul. Appreciate you letting me keep that. Do this. If I don't draw anything but a land, I'll probably just do Flourishing into... Or sorry, Shared Roots into Flourishing. Oh, we've seen a Pyromancer. I haven't seen that in forever. To be honest, I didn't really realize that was a standard card anymore. Good draw. I don't want one of my other Landfall things though. Let's do Shared Roots. Got that. Let's go ahead and split this as a 5/5. Make it a 6/6. Thin my deck out as much as we can. I mean, hey, we're pretty far ahead. What, turn 3? So, and we have a 6/6, a Llanowar, and a vehicle 6/4. Not bad. That's a pretty good draw. I can't really remove stuff without risk to my own life. Okay, well, frankly, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and crew up the World Wagon. Because I can, and it gets me another land. Oh, I should have left Llanowar back. I didn't mean to swing with that. Oops. I guess that's 10. So I do have the Get Lost if they're gonna play a big scary guy. But odds are the 2 damage I'm going to take are actually going to be not worth it, so let's see what they do. I'm guessing a Burst Lightning on my face. I guessed correctly. And then they have 5 damage currently. They need 6 more damage. I mean, if they have more Bolt Waves, I'm screwed. I'm gonna wait and see if they do a buff spell. They did not do a buff spell. If they have another Bolt Wave, I'm gonna be so sad. That's crazy. I could have just gone for this. That'd be better than the Bolt Wave. Dang it. Not quite fast enough for the mono red. Sad days, sad day. It's probably okay. I just need to draw into a few lands. And we can make this work for sure. Jeez. Another one? Why does everybody play this deck? in best of one. I guess that's because it's good. Maybe I should put in a rest in peace into this deck. I just don't want to. Makes me sad. But I don't think my deck's fast enough for this, so... Depends on what they play, I guess, technically, but... Okay, let's do a Chocobo. Yeah, huge. Okay. They hit what they need? No, not really. They get lands out of it, I guess, if that's what they needed, but... Ooh, that's good. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Play this, probably untapped. We can go ahead and play Llanowar. And we swing in. The good thing to be reminded of last game, too, that Kyvero does not care about Indestructible. So, no reason to hold that up. Probably getting rid of Sapling Nursery, I'm guessing? Yeah. That's fine with me. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. Can I win here? I might be able to win here. That. Pop everything up. Swing in. Bang! Let's go. Okay. So we can beat it. We definitely can. Back up to plat 3 once again. Okay. Again. Alright, we got good removal for the early game. Hopefully it's an aggressive deck. I want to be getting rid of Badgermole Cubs and all that garbage. The land is a pretty decent draw here. We need at least 4 to make our deck work, so... Oh god. I think it's control. Those colors in this hand do not super mix. Bossing Say is good though. I can't activate it yet, so I'm gonna hold off on playing it. But Bossing Say is really nice for the control matchups. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and play Ice Explorer. I kind of am hoping they counter this, to be honest. And then they go for a card draw spell next turn. But let's see what they do. Expected. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell for Felidar. Play Stock Up. Something like that, please. Pretty please. You got a Stock Up? Nope. We're gonna try. It's not gonna work. We still got more token generators in the deck. Apparently all they have is counter spells so far, so. Oh, I like their lands. Those are pretty. What set that's from? They're a little toxic, but that's okay. Well, I'm gonna get rid of that, that's for sure. No. You're not getting to play that. Honestly, I'm gonna actually put that as a face down card. They're probably like, what in the heck is this guy playing? Honestly, I want them to waste more removal. That's kind of my goal with that. I think it's more scary as a face down card, so they're more likely to remove it. Nice. Well, now they know what it is, so I guess I won't get to do that again. I hope they mill that. That'd be funny. Like, their board's controlled. I don't need that. They did do that. Okay, I really need to draw probably a... That's a decent draw. I'll take that. Double surveil. Gold wagon's okay, not great right now. Let's mill it. Go ahead and do these. Grab some lands. Man, that's a lot of lands on top. Unlucky for me. The nice thing is they're probably going to demo field bossing, say. So I can probably use that to my advantage. What you got, Larry Bird? Really? Yeah, I feel like that destroys more of his stuff than mine. Nice. Just gonna go get that back, so I think that's a little silly. But I guess they don't know I have this Iceland Explorer, so... Oops. I probably play one land first, so I make sure I have the No More Lies mana. Oh, that is a rude thing to do. Okay. Well, I drew another bossing sis, so that's cool. I'm gonna get rid of that for sure. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. They surrendered? Why? I don't understand. They were winning. I can't tell if they were salty or like they just had to leave. That was... Okay, one of the choices of all time. See you later, buddy. See you later. This is a pretty good hand. Llanowar into probably a Earthbender Ascension. Worst case, if they get rid of my Llanowar, I can just do the Surveil land, I guess. You gonna counter me? You gonna say it's the quenchiest? No, spell pierce. Okay, that's fine. That is a-okay with me. I probably shouldn't have played the planes though. That was actually a misplay. Oops. Because now I'm one turn slower to my sapling nursery as well. That's fine. Probably just play Traveling Chocobo. Probably will get countered. But so far they don't have any threats, so I'm not all that worried about it. Get Lost on top. Okay, so next turn I cannot play Sapling Nursery even if they tap out, sadly. But I can get down the Lush Portico or a land on top. Okay, they're drawing through their deck a lot. I really wish I had played my land sequence correctly, but I guess it is what it is. Let's go to combat first. Don't really think I need to get lost right now. I'm gonna get rid of that. Don't need the land either. And then let's end. We'll leave it up. Leave it up. Get lost. Okay. Let's try to play Ice Still. Okay. That's pretty big. Let's go ahead and play that one. We'll go ahead and play the land into the graveyard as well. It's pretty big. Okay. Good turn. We draw another land as well. Okay. The crab is pretty good. The double crab is even better. I forgot that this is probably what we're playing against. Crap. Definitely need this nursery to get off. To go off, I should say. So hopefully they don't draw into... What? Okay, that was weird. Alright. Let's play it and pray. I mean, if they have the counter spell... Okay, they didn't. That's huge. I will be playing these Fabled Passages and just spamming the heck out of them. That's for sure. Oh, actually, a second Fabled Passage, you say? I would love one. Thank you. Okay. And now we can leave up Get Lost plus the Nursery Sacrifice, which is pretty solid. And we're on the front foot now, so see what they do. I'll probably respond to most things they do with the Fabled Passage, or at least most scary things that they do. Not looking like they really have a lot of answers right now, unfortunately for them. Okay, so 1 mana 4/5, that's pretty good. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and sack the Fabled Passage. Okay, we got there. Nice. Go. Okay. Probably got time for a few more. Gonna try to go till 5-ish, so. Alright, this is a pretty good hand. We can do Llanowar, we can do Chocobo, And then probably one of the two of those. Probably Beldar first, to be honest. Okay, wonder what we're up against this time. I'm hoping... Actually, what am I hoping for with this deck? Honestly, I feel like aggro is probably the best matchup. Because I feel like I can get a pretty big board state pretty quick. Mid-range is also fine. It's probably mid-range. It's probably mid-range. A mid-range deck that doesn't have burn, I guess, would be the best. Okay. Right. Traveling Chocobo. Ooh. A very classic. Whatchamacallit, perhaps? Like a Reanimator? Like a classic Reanimator shell? Also, I'm swinging with the Llanowar because I don't really need the Llanowar anymore. Like, it's still pretty useful, but not like all that useful. Okay, we're gonna do land into Felidar. The next turn I can do Sapling Nursery into the craziest fabled passage of all time. Counters, counters, counters. Yeah, we got there. I feel bad. They did only played one spell that game. I guess they probably shouldn't have kept that hand, to be honest, but what are you gonna do? Okay. Let's run it back. Okay. Not bad. I like this. Llanowar, Earthbender's Ascension, hopefully into Sapling Nursery. I really like this nursery card too. Just to throw that out there, it's nice. Ooh, lessons. That could be trouble. I'm gonna guess they're gonna keep up the Quenchy spell. And then they're gonna make me cry. Or they're gonna play Artist Stone. Or neither. That also is an option. Okay, I do want one more land. I feel like drawing lands in this deck is better than normal. Man, they do not want to let me keep these Llanowar Elves. And I respect it. Honestly, you're probably not wrong for that. Oh no, my Llanowar Elf has been exiled. Whatever will I do? Okay. We're still going to do the Earthbender's Ascension this turn. And then next turn I can play Sapling Nursery plus a land. And we'll get the Lush Portico, so if they remove it, I get another Surveil. They have the removal. I mean, I guess technically they can remove it and then sack the Soul Guide Lantern to set me back a bit. That is an option. Is that what you want to do? Or are you going to draw? That'd be kind of a wild play. It'd be good. Because they get rid of my white mana. But I think in the long run they'd regret it, to be honest. Especially with the Flourishing Bloomkin coming up. Okay. They're drawn for their win cons. There's their monument. Hate that card. Alright, we need to start setting up for a win as quick as possible. I'm probably going to play this face down so I can get more lands out of the deal. But we'll see what happens. Honestly, if they're using their spot removal on my creatures, though, I am okay with that. That means they don't have an artist talent. Right? Can we draw into something good? Yeah, Fabled Passage is great. I will absolutely take that. Alright. Play this face down. Go ahead and play this. Honestly, I want to put it on a 3/4. And then I can hold up the Fabled Passage and get lost next turn. I think they're in a rough spot here, to be honest. Seems like they drew like all their removal, and I didn't have any card draw to back it up. And they don't have any, like, things that make their spells cheaper, so... I'm surprised they kept this hand, to be honest. Maybe they expected me to play a creature deck for some reason. I mean, they're not, like, wrong to think so, per se, but... What you got? Okay, Monument Part 2. Not ideal. But not like the end of the world. Okay, is that your turn? It is. I think they're in trouble here. Get ourselves another forest. Ooh, Earthbender's Ascension is actually a good draw here. This is 5 mana, unfortunately. I think I'd rather do the morph here. For one thing, it's more fun, but I also think it's just better. Couple reasons. One, I can go get my Surveil lands and my tap lands. Tossing Say is actually a great draw. You know, I should have put more counters on other things, because I could have given them a trample. Yeah, I probably missed out on... No, I don't think I missed out on any damage, but... potentially missed out on some damage. What are you doing? If they do, each opponent loses 3 life. I think they're probably making a mistake. I don't think they can one-round me here. Okay, drawing and treasure, that makes sense. Okay, accumulate wisdom's a great card. But I don't think 1 mana is enough to get you back in this game, nor is 2. No. Jeez. We beat Lessons, let's go! That's huge. I had a lot of fun that match. Thanks for asking. I wonder if Wizards can, like... or if they would ever make, like, bot accounts to, like, play in a very specific way so they can ask people if they have fun based on how well the deck does and how well they draw. Just kind of a thought that crossed my mind. Okay. We love turn 1 Llanowar into turn 2 Chocobo. But if not, I won't be too sad, I guess. Really? We're gonna do it like that? Alright, well. Do it to you back. I'm flipping them off. But honestly, no, that's probably fine. What the heck? They have so much enchantment removal. What is happening? Okay. We Chocobo. Start playing land so we can get to our sapper. I keep wanting to say Sapperling Nursery, but it's Sapling Nursery. What is this deck looking for? Ah, Skeletones. Alright, I'm chilling with that for now. Okay. It's tough. I don't know if I live long enough for this to play out, but I will try to. Play that. I should have played a normal land. What am I doing? Oh my god. I'm throwing. I guess next turn I can play Chocobo into Shared Roots. That's actually pretty decent. Because I can get 2 guys. This round I can block one of the fellas. This is all assuming they don't have removal. If they have like a Get Lost or another Iceberg or something, I'm kind of in trouble. Oh, I'm already kind of in trouble, actually. Alright, I'm at 2. Let's see if we can come back from that. Oh my god. It's a good start for them. Alright, the nice thing too is I can play the next Nursery for 2 mana. And I already have a Fabled Passage in the graveyard for my Icedale Explorer. We're already in a pretty solid spot here. Even if they get rid of a couple things. If they get rid of 3 things, I'm in trouble, but I don't think they can. Okay. 1. Not enough yet. But they can get their case done. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot here now. They need something... It has menace? Oh, it has menace! I didn't know it has menace! Jeez. I didn't realize it had menace. Is that what Suspect does? It is what Suspect does. Dang. I should probably learn how Suspect works. That would probably help me out. That's okay. It didn't matter that game. I would have been out of it anyway. I think I played the best I could have. I need to make some new deck brews for Thursday. Any requests? Anybody have any interesting ideas? I'll do this on their turn. Okay, well, I'll get my ramp off, that's for sure. I think I'll just do forests for now, since they're probably a control deck. It's just easier if I play all forests. And then I can play a sapling nursery. Of course they had it. Alright, well, it's okay, we have another one. They wouldn't have another nursery, right? Because that'd be crazy. Or they wouldn't have another Get Lost, right? That'd be insane if they had another one. Actually, I should have kept Lumbering World Wagon. That would have been good into this deck. Oopsie. We'll do one on Chocobo. And one on this guy. Start swinging. Honestly, we probably want to keep the land in our hand for now. For landfall purposes. Because they're... I was going to say, I'm assuming they're going to board wipe. And I wasn't thinking it was going to be Avatar, but... yeah, it is what it is. Can't I play this? So your next turn? Ah, that's gross. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this. I can't believe that says until next turn. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Need that per se. Also don't need that card. See if they'll let us swing in with the wagon. Makes sense. Beldar is great to have on top. They stay on defense, I think that means they don't have removal. Okay, they do have removal. Alright. But we can still try to play our Felidar here. Got it. Okay. Go ahead and do Earthbender's Ascension. I probably should have played the land first, I guess, but that's what it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you do that before I get my crew off, my friend. But nice try. Let's see what they target. A-okay with me. Thanks, Boo. I cannot believe I got there with that one. That was insane. Holy crap. Yeah. That like white blue tempo control thing is really popular today. I've not seen that many of that in a while. I feel like the first day I played on stream, I saw so many meta decks. And now I'm just not, you know? Like I feel like they're still playing meta decks, but like a lot of people are trying new things. And it's just been a lot more fun. Let's go get our planes here for seam rip, because we definitely need that this game. And all of our get loss. Okay, they really need to draw into stuff, apparently. Oh, they're looking for lands. That's huge for me. Okay. Let's do a Chocobo here. That is A-okay with me, because now we can get our Felidar down without having to worry about a counterspell, and we have a land. And we can play the cat. Oh my god. They already have 3 lessons in there? Jesus. We're in danger. Honestly, I'm going to play this face down. We're going to bossing say, make a cat, and then we're going to do this, and add counters. The counters don't super matter. I probably should have been doing mostly counters, but we'll see what they do. All right. And this is... Oh, no! I was... Have they seen this already? Is that why they surrendered? I mean, hey, 2-0 against lessons. Kind of a great deck, if I do say so myself. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, both times I've run into lessons, they've been pretty... That one was mana screwed. The other one was... They didn't have any card draw. So, I don't know. It's a good showing, though. I'll take it. Seasoned. It's a cool title. We got a turn 2 play, we got a turn 3 play, turn 4 play, yeah. Hey, turn 4 play, ugh. I can't believe I said that. I do want one singular more land, so. Play that while we can. Probably control here. Oh, it's elementals. Okay, that's even worse. I'd like removal, please. Okay. Let's get our aggro on. Okay. Very rude. Now they have a 6/5, which is a problem. Okay, Seam Rip is a huge draw. It does also help me decide what to do here. The Seam Rip. Let's get rid of Flame Braider because that card is insane. Let's go ahead and play a Forest. Let's go to combat. Swing in. Love to trade a 5 mana for a 2 mana spell. 10 out of 10, thank you. I cannot believe it milled that. That's so sad. Yeah. I need a land in my graveyard or a Fabled Passage, please. Okay. It's a good draw. Okay. Let's do this. Play this. Make some cats. I cannot believe I milled 2 of those. Need that. Yeah, I'm cooked. I think they're gonna play their thing that wipes all the creatures, the Sunderflock. Where to see? I don't know. They really. Oh, I guess they can do both. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, they have so much mana. Okay. First thing, we'll do this on Lush Portico. Play a land. And I'm milling everything I could possibly need. Yeah, I guess I need to swing with these. For 2 reasons. 1 for the landfall trigger. 2 because I can mill a card. Bruh. Apparently this is not my matchup. Every time I run into this deck. I can't believe I milled 2 sapling nurseries in a row with this guy. That's so sad. Very unlucky too. Honestly, I wonder if there's a better card for my deck than I Still Explorer. I'm going to go look and see if there's anything that says you can play an additional land on your turn. And see if I can't swap those out. I mean, I need threats. That's not going to do it. And it's just as good in my graveyard right now. Unless they have exactly the red-green elemental in their hand here. Or, yeah, they have another land, so it could be a couple things now. Yep. That's my guy. Don't think I can come back now. Deck just has so much value. It's crazy. Alright, we'll do this, and then we'll... Surprise. I'm gonna go get... Probably, honestly, just these guys. An 8/8. Can you answer an 8/8? Is the question of the day. Find out. Seat. Okay. You can certainly play that. And make me discard my thing. Okay, yeah, they they have it. GG's. I can't come back at this point. Dang, okay. Let me go check really quick before I continue. I want to see if there is another card that lets me play extra lands every turn. That's not milling me every round. Just real quick. Okay. Let's do... Okay. Loot's pretty decent. That's not that great. That's not that great. Not that great. The main reason this guy's good is because it has the graveyard and the additional land. The landfall trigger itself doesn't matter that much, but those two together are really good. I don't think I can replace both of them with one card, so we're gonna just run it back. If I could just get rid of its landfall ability, it'd be so much better. But it is what it is. Honestly, the mill card probably makes it better in general. It's just worse in my deck. We got a Llanowar into, I guess, Shared Roots. Not the worst. Okay. This discard aggro deck, I guess. Guess I can freak them out at the very least with a untapped land. Yeah, for this deck, if I can get my Sapling Nursery down and a few Tree Folk on the field, I think I can win the game. Oh, they run Monument too. I didn't know that. Good to know. Okay. Since we don't have any lands or in my hand or graveyard, let's play Choke. Huge. Let's go ahead and play a Bloomkin. It's sadly a 2/2 right now, but that will change hopefully soon. Hoping I can face tank a hit or two here, but let's see. Oh, that's cool. I like the idea of this deck. I don't know who came up with this idea, but the 6/3 part of it is kind of tough. I think I just have to tank this hit. It's too much damage. I can't really sustain that. Okay. So if I play this now, I can play that for however many mana. I can also play Ice Tool Explorer first. I think I'm going to do that. That way I can play stuff out of my graveyard too. I think I just do this. Put all those forests in my graveyard. Bossing stays pretty good. I'll take it. Then we play a Bloomkin. Now we have two 4/4 blockers. We're in pretty decent shape here, actually. Got good blockers. Both sapling nurseries can come down next turn, I believe. And if we can hold up Chocobo, that'd be insane. Probably gonna double block here, low-key. Force them to discard their last card in their hand. What's this? Oh, nice, smart. I'm down to 3. That's tough. Okay. We just gotta hope we can make a comeback. Can this come back? Oh, it's the exiled card. I see, I see. Okay. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. And yeah, we say go. We're in a pretty good spot here. Okay. Good enough to get the dub, I guess. Let's go. Alright, I probably have time for one more game. Let's see how it goes. Meha. That's a good name. Okay, shared roots into earthbenders, and yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. A lot of ramp. A lot of things to do. If I can draw a land, I'll have a very quick Beldar retreat. Grab our one white source here, just so we have it available. We've got Earthbender's Ascension too. I'd rather Earthbenders here. Get more lands, get set up. Do this guy, I guess. Make this cost 6 instead of whatever it costs currently. And if I draw a land, I'll probably Felidar Retreat. We'll see. We'll see. Looks like they're kind of a potentially similar deck. Yep. That's a lot of mill. Luckily, they don't really have any landfall stuff aside from defenders yet. I'm not quite scared of them yet. Not yet, at least. Odds are I will be, but we'll see what happens. Because with that trample, if they get that thing that doubles power and stuff, then I'll be in trouble. They just milled it? They must have crazy stuff in their hand here. Let's do this. Let's play Fabled Passage, make a cat. Activate Fabled Passage. Make another cat. We're going to go ahead and play Bloomkin. Not huge yet, but hopefully we'll get there. Ideally, next turn I draw a land and I can play... Or Fabled Passage, ideally, obviously, but then I can play Sapling Nursery and then, yeah. All that jazz. We're kinda behind, unfortunately, so we're probably gonna lose this one. We don't really have a way to reset the board unless we get like a Get Lost that we can use an Ice Till. So we'll see what happens. God, that's a big... What are these? That's a big insect. My God. Yeah, that's a monster right there. I think they basically have lethal on me here. I think I'd essentially have to get, like... I don't know what I'd have to draw here to win this game. Oh, I can't win this game. They hit 30? That's crazy. Jeez. That's insane. Jeez. Okay. Well. Sad days. Sad days. Alright. Well, I think overall we ended up winning more than we lost. We went up a whole rank for both decks. Let me go back to the Landfall one. Overall, I can see why the other deck tends to do a little bit better. The main meta one. It's got a little more consistency, and it can kind of go lethal in a turn or two, which really helps it out with those controlling matchups. So I think, yeah, long run, I'm pretty happy with how we performed in this game. We're going to go ahead and call it here, though. On Tuesday, I'm going to play some Final Fantasy Tactics. On Thursday, we're going to be back on Magic, and we'll give that a go. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Peace.